All right, what's up YouTube? So here we are in another CRV we got, and we've got an issue going on, and I'm gonna show you guys how to deal with it and troubleshoot this. So we turn the car on, we can even start it up. But what the real issue is, so here we go, all the lights go away, and we've got an ABS light on. I don't know if you guys can see that, it looks just kind of blurry, but that is an ABS light. I don't know. It looks terrible on camera, but it says ABS. ABS light is on, and we need to figure out why it's on. I've already had the CRV up on the lift, and I looked at all of the sensors, make sure all of the axles have tone rings on them. They did. The sensors looked fine. I cleaned them off, make sure that they were there, traced the wires. The wires looked there and complete. So what I went ahead and did was I pulled the kick panel, and we're gonna jump the service connector and go from there. All right, 1 second. So we took the kick panel off, and there you can see that is the ABS module, what controls your whole ABS control. Those are the wires to it. And we took that a twisty tie, and we jumped our service connector that hides back there. You can see it. There it is. We've got plugged in, and what that's going to do is take the ECU out of the loop, and then we will go and switch on the ignition while holding the brake and start there. So now that we have that jumped, let's go ahead and pull the ABS codes. With the service connector jumped, we're going to turn on the ignition to on, and you will see the ABS light down here blinking its codes. And it should start here shortly. There you go. 1, 2. Oh, so maybe that was an 11. Then 1. That was 12. 1, 2. Still look like an 11. 1, 2. 1. 1. So looks like 11 and 12 are the codes. So 11. So let's turn this thing off, pull the connector, and then we can go and look up what those codes mean. Here we are looking at the factory manual, and it says wheel sensors DTCs 11 to 18. And if we look right there, 11 and 12 is going to be the front right, or right front appropriate terminal. So we can actually go ahead and test those, or we can take a look at it, and we can see if the front has a certain resistance. So we can put the ohm meter up to that sensor and read its resistance. It should be anywhere from 750 to 1050 ohms. So we can take a look at that. Or we can just go ahead and replace the sensor. But I say we take a look at it and see where we get. So we put this thing in the air, and we removed the 6 bolts, 2, 4, 6, 2 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then the 2 on the actual sensor. And we know we're on the right side because, as you can see right there, it says right. Remember front right? So now we've got this sensor kind of dangling. Let's go ahead and take a look at its connection. You know, it's a Hall type sensor. It actually looks fine, but at the same time, we don't really know. So we are gonna have to pull that sensor and read its resistance. Okay, so after looking at the factory specifications, it was 750 to 1250 ohms. We have to go over here and find the connector to the wire. And if you move some stuff around over here on the passenger side, you'll see a bunch of connectors down there, and what makes it easier is these orange connectors are always ABS. And so we find this one little straggler kind of hidden down there. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get to. And there it is. That is the wire, the connector to the sensor that we're curious about. In fact, I actually went and found both of them just so I could kind of compare their readings and see what we get. And if we probe this guy, we look and, oh, so that UL means infinite loop, basically. It's a very large number, but when we did this side over here, the reading that we get is about 0.884 kilo ohms, meaning 884 ohms. So now we know that side, it's within that 750 to 1250 range. And please forgive me, I'm doing this with one hand while holding my cell phone. It sucks. But let's see if we can get a reading over here. And we'll probe with the multimeter on ohms. If you don't know what ohms is, it's that guy right there. And if you want to know what an ohm is a reading, a measurement of resistance. So we're going to probe this connector, and that is with it all the way probed in. As you can see, we are there, and we're getting infinite, meaning infinite amount of resistance. That's why we're not getting a reading over here, and that's why the ABS light is on. So if we replace this one right-hand sensor, we are good to go. And that is how you troubleshoot and diagnose a ABS light. Once we swap that sensor out, we'll do the clear code procedure, and all should be well. I'm gonna go buy that sensor and we'll get this thing done. All right, so I went and grabbed another sensor off of one of my donor CRVs out there, hooked it up to the gauge, and there we go. 885 kilo ohms, or 0.884 kilo ohms, 885 ohms is what it is. So this is good to go. Let's install it. Knock this shit out. The part is installed. Let's try this again. We're jumped at the connector. Start the process over again. Foot on the brake. Ignition on. Foot off. Foot on. Foot off. Wait for those two beeps. Beep, beep. And it stays on. Then one's off. And now we turn the car off. Pull out the connector. And now let's start the car and see if the process worked. It goes off. ABS is off, so we fixed our issue. No more ABS light. It was obviously that right passenger sensor that needed replaced, and that's exactly how you diagnose it. If that wasn't the end of it, if we still had an ABS light on, we would jump the connector, turn it on, record the codes again, and start all over. I really hope that helped you guys. If you enjoyed this video, if it helped you in any way, please like and subscribe. Comment below. Anything and everything helps. I'm really trying to grow this channel. I love doing this. Thank you guys so much. I really hope this helped you out. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.